Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me. I am still Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com. It is still in the description below the video. Your purchase and pricing email question line for inquiring about this or any of our watches. Email me for pricing at tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing the middle child between the 5107 and the 5227. This is the Patek Philippe Calatrava 5127J-001. Launched in 2005, discontinued in 2012. It's 37 millimeters in diameter in yellow gold, 8.8 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 46.1 millimeters, with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see it wears well. Now, the strap is very stiff. It hasn't been broken in, so it's compressing my wrist and exaggerating the width of the watch, especially over the top. It's making the watch look wider than it is. If you look with a little bit less tension down the barrel, you could see how much clearance I've got. So when the strap's broken in, this watch will be perfectly suitable for wrists as small as 14 centimeters circumference. And with a domed bezel and a sub 9 millimeter thickness, it will easily slide underneath the cuff. We have a high-grade strap, glossy black, large rectangular symmetrical scale alligator leather. Large rectangular symmetrical scale is always the best cut of the animal. And as you can see here, Patek does not skimp. No crimping, no gouging, a brand new Patek Philippe factory strap, calf skin on the bottom, unmarred. Pull tab spring bars so you can dismount the strap with nothing but your fingernail. We have Patek Philippe's own yellow gold spade style pin buckle right here. Taking a look at the case, sinuous, sexy, and fluid. Very few straight lines on this case. Integration of the curvature of the case with the doming of the bezel, tapered integrated lugs. Crown guard structure, a little unusual on Calatravas, but in my opinion, the crown guard Calatravas always look about 2 millimeters larger than they really are. So if you like the wrist presence of a bigger watch, but not the size, go with the crown guard Calatrava. Another surprise, there are plenty of snapback case and push-down crown Patek Calatravas that are 30 meters water resistant, but this one has both a screw-down crown and a screwed-in case. It's still rated at 30, but I have a lot of confidence in that 30-meter rating, and I suspect this watch might even be a little bit underrated in terms of its actual hermeticity. We have the Calatrava cross, the symbol of the brand, on the crown. You can see it's also on the rotor. And then a dial with what Patek Philippe describes as opaline silver, so it's a non-directional satin finish. It's a matte, non-reflective finish that isn't brushed like a sunburst. It just glows softly. Now we have dimple-styled indices for the seconds and the minutes. Then we have solid 18-karat yellow gold, faceted dart-style hour indices, Lancet seconds hand, Dauphine hour and minute hand, and a faceted frame for the date. You can really see the micro-faceting of that date window and just how nicely detailed this watch is at close range. If you look at the hands, you could see they're actually creased down the center to contrast better against the dial, which is very light in color. The watch does have a quick set date. It does not have hacking seconds, but sometimes a little bit of back pressure on the crown can stop the seconds hand on these 324 center rotor automatics. Now, it is a 324 and of relatively recent construction, so this is probably one of the later 5127s. We've got a rotor that is unidirectional winding, which has been found to be more efficient than bidirectional in practice. Ceramic bearings to make it even more efficient and maintenance-free. It is a 4 Hz beat rate, 45-hour power reserve. You've got a free-sprung balance with a Gyromax-style architecture, anti-magnetic Spiromax hairspring, 6-position adjustment, one more than a standard chronometer, and the Patek Philippe seal. Patek says that these 4 features in combination result in a watch that is accurate to no worse than -3 + 2 seconds a day from the factory. All of this pivoting on 29 jewels. The movement features handsome decoration with circular stripes on the rotor, linear stripes on the bridges, engine turning on the center of the rotor, the click spring next to it, or the click wheel, I should say, and then the base plate. So we have 3 different sizes of engine turning. You could see that where bridges are mounted on the base plate on top of locating pegs, the heads of those locating pegs have been mirror polished, and the beveling is quite accomplished, being rounded and mirrored, undoubtedly finished by hand, probably with a small drill tip buffer tool to get the lovely mirrored rounded shine. You can see the same quality of beveling applied to the jewel sinks and the screw sinks. Those are all beveled and shiny internally. We have satination on the wheels. snailing on the outermost part of the rotor, and then solarization on the barrel. If you love this watch, and I cannot see why you wouldn't, reach out to me. I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.